through tonight. We're going to give you a little bit, kind of dot the I's, cross the T's, peel back the onion. We'll do a deeper dive for guests that are going to watch this broadcast to share with you a little bit about who we are, what we do, and why this paradigm shift will forever change the game in health, wellness, beauty, and skincare with a personalized approach. Products that are made specifically for you, by you, based on your very own DNA. No smoke, no mirrors, no hype and BS. And that's what a lot of times you hear out here and when you're listening to the noises out of desperation. Oh no, it can't be. Oh no, it can't be better than this. Oh no. And people are almost shaken, So let's get in and tell you a little bit about what we have here, especially if you're watching this from a broadcast. So Rob, first slide. Exclusive and proprietary, one-of-a-kind opportunity. What you're going to see here tonight is truly just that. It's exclusive. It's proprietary. In fact, you can't get it anywhere else. I know you heard that before. People say that about a mushroom. They say that about, different products that are out here right now. They just say that about different things that, it's exclusive to us. Meanwhile, products are knocked off and duplicated so quickly it makes people's heads spin. And what you're going to see here tonight is something that's so exclusive and proprietary that it's not so easy to be ripped off and duplicated. And that does drive a one-of-a-kind opportunity for those that are watching in tonight that are looking for a vehicle to deliver residual income with a product that's very proprietary. They can't get it anywhere else. Next slide. eBay, Amazon, Wayfair. I've been a customer. I am a customer. I order stuff off there. However, if you are building a business, and let's talk about the network marketing business, and that's what this is, the network marketing business. You want your friend, your family, your customer, your downline, your upline, your sideline, and everybody to Google your company's product, and voila, there it is on all these sites. Not just these sites, a host of other sites too. Not only is it there, it's actually cheaper. And some of them have free shipping, and then you have to explain how it got there, why it's there. I don't know about you, but that's not conversations that I feel like having. I want to go build a business, not explain to people how and why our product is all over all these other places and why they shouldn't get it there, and try to lie to them and tell them it's a knockoff when it's not a knockoff. There's all this crazy stuff you actually hear. So we bring this slide up because there's a lot of problems out there with this, with companies that have products, and it's a sore subject for distributors. So if you're tired of that, we are going to show you something tonight. You never have to worry about that ever again. It's absolutely impossible for what you're about to see here tonight for that to happen. Because with a personalized product, it doesn't happen at all. Next slide.
For decades, everyone's been telling us what nutritional supplements our bodies need. Throughout generations, our DNA is already known. And today, one company takes human history into the 21st century. Because every body is unique. And your DNA is the authority on your body's nutritional needs. Introducing Uforia, a nutritional supplement unique to every one of us because it's custom designed for each of us based on our DNA. No more guessing. No more risking deficiency or toxicity. No more wasting money. Just 100% you. Customized design. Delivered to your door. And affordable. Your parents gave you your DNA. But this isn't your parents' nutrition. This is your own designer nutrition. This is your Utrition. Uforia. Being you never felt better.
Awesome, awesome. Intellectual software, 20 years in the making. What you're going to see here tonight, they didn't just work on it a week ago or a year ago. This is literally 20 plus years in the making of research, patents, intellectual property, manufacturing processes. Our product produces your name on a barcode with over 400 million different possible formulas. One is made for you. Next slide. The beginning of the end of blind nutrition. And this is going to be a learning curve. Some people are going to get it. They're just going to get it like this. If you're on this call, you're already in the business, you got it. I got it. You got it. Some people that are joining, they get it. They get it quick. Customers get it quick. Other people that are with another company or they are standing behind another product, they don't want to believe this. Okay, so just understand that it sends goosebumps, like it sends fear. Actually, it's a fear. They fear. It's almost like you sold vinyl records and somebody's showing you digital music one day, and you're afraid because you don't know how to monetize digital music when it goes on the internet, when it's on these electronic devices, and your livelihood is selling in the store, and you feel threatened. Put yourself in that shoes for just 1 second. That's what the beginning of the end of blind nutrition is, because you go into the stores right now, you have hundreds and hundreds of products to choose from off the shelf. Could you imagine if what happened to Blockbuster Video happened to nutrition stores? Think about that for a second. If I asked you, do you remember Blockbuster Video? How many people would say, yeah, you did? If I asked you, do you think they're coming back? How many people would say, yeah? Most people, no way, they're not coming back. Could you imagine, just for a second, what if personalized nutrition did to retail stores that sell nutrition? What happened to Blockbuster? What if that happened? How many people on the phone know about Uber? What if designer nutrition within a few short years literally took a chunk in a short amount of time out of the customer base because it was just a better mousetrap? No smoke, no selling, no mirrors, no hype. Just it was a better solution for customers, just like Uber was, for various reasons. And that's why people Uber more than cabs in cities around the world right now. And yet, if you went back 5-6 years ago and you mentioned Uber, people might not even know what you're talking about. So it happens quick when technology, when a disruptive technology, when something is a paradigm shift, it doesn't take a long time. So you're seeing right now the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of personalization and the end of one size fits all. Next slide. World-class labs. There's two things you need to know about our lab. HIPAA compliant, CLIA certified. So therefore, all of our information that we send in, it's protected under the highest standards that are possibly expected. When you say HIPAA compliant and CLIA certified. Years and years ago, people were more taboo, I think, about their DNA. But the truth of the matter is today, people realize, if you're that crazy about not giving off your DNA, you better never get a haircut. You better never go out and eat in a restaurant, leave a straw, wipe your face, napkin, a fork, a knife, a spoon. All these things that you do regularly, we leave DNA all over everywhere. So it's not all as secret as some people may think that it is. It's locked up inside of a special spot of our body that needs a key to get in. We leave DNA all over the place all the time. Next slide. Nutritionators, one of a kind. We have a piece of equipment that we have to make our product that took over 2 years to design, engineer, and build. I'll repeat that for you. If you're watching this the first time, design, engineer, and build. This piece of equipment, we couldn't just pick up the phone and call some manufacturing company and say, we want to order one of these. We want to order one of those, because it didn't exist anywhere in the world. That's part of the proprietary and So this literally took over 2 years to design, engineer, and build. It sits in our facilities in Dallas, Texas. What will it do? It'll custom blend, custom manufacture over 400 million different possible formulations. It'll run 3,400 orders in about an 8-hour shift. It's fully automated. Next slide. What genes do we test? Right now we test 18. These are genes that are actionable, which means we can change the expression of the gene through certain nutrition, certain nutrients, certain ingredients. Number 2, the genes that we test, they're agreed by most doctors everywhere that they're vital to the way we're going to age. Now, your athletic ability is genetic. Your eye color is genetic. Is your second toe bigger than the first? It's all genetics. Listen, there's so many genes that you could test. Some people question, like, well, why don't they test, 300? Why don't they test 1,000? Well, the gene number 1 has to be a heavy lifter. It has to be vital to the way we age. And all of these genes play a key role to the way that all of us are going to age, men or women. Number 2, the gene has to be actionable. So we have to be able to do something about the expression of the gene. We have to be able to mitigate and compensate what we're lacking and be able to get the genes to perform at their very best. And so the genes that we test have to be actionable genes. Next slide. We are currently approaching 100 plant-based, peer-reviewed ingredients. So we use whole food, plant-based nutrition, and in order for us to use an ingredient, it has to have a minimum of 2 peer-reviewed studies. So we just don't want to pick something and throw it in there just to say we have it in there. And when it comes to your formula, if your body does not need it, it's not going to be in there. If you do need it, it would be in there. And then how much of it do you need? Because when you get your report back, you're going to see on the back page all of the ingredients that's in your formula, right down to the milligram. You're going to see it all. Next slide. For those that are the ingredient people, there's your ingredient list. If people went out to the store, you went on Google right now, and you just started plucking in a few of those ingredients. You wanted to buy this one was $12, this one's $25, this one's $21, this one over here is $18. You just keep on plucking away. Not only are you not getting the right dosage, but you would spend well over $1,000. You'd have a bill that would just, it would be unreal. People wouldn't be able to do it. So what we're doing is we're actually being able to deliver that for an unbelievable value right to the front door, right in the form that they need, the exact dosage that they need with a month's supply, right to their doorstep. Next slide. Immunetics. So the ignorant might ask what this product would do for them. And that's what you hear a lot of times when it comes to nutritional products. What will it do for me? What will it do for me? The wise will anticipate what their body will do when it gets exactly what it's supposed to have. So think about it. Up until now, you could have either walked in a store and blindly bought some nutrition off the shelf. You could listen to a friend what worked for them, and you could have tried it, even though you and them are totally different. In fact, there's no two of us alike. Or you can listen to a sales pitch, and after a 10-minute pitch for the company who'd swear you should take that product. So up until now, it's either been guessing or being pitched on what to take. There's never been a time in your life where you've actually been able to let your body have a voice and know exactly what you're supposed to have based on something that won't give you a sales pitch, won't lie to you, and that's your own DNA. That's the source code. That's the blueprint. And so that right there is what we use to determine what each of us actually need. Next slide. That is a little bit about our product, a little bit about the science, a little bit about the ingredients, a little bit about what that is. For those of you that are on this call tonight or watching live or watching a replay, there definitely is an opportunity, attached to this. Absolutely an opportunity attached to this. It's amazing because this isn't a product that they could actually put into a retail store if they wanted to. There's over 400 million formulas, so you can't go in a store and say, Robert, Carlisle. Oh, there it is right there. Like, you can't do that with this product. So retail is out. You know, this is a perfect product to be put into this model because it just takes a little bit of sharing the information. Not selling, but sharing. If I asked you, did Uber need to sell people? I'd say no. All they did was share the experience. Customers shared the experience with friends and family, and they became customers. Drivers shared the experience with other drivers. They didn't sell or pitch. They didn't have to. You think Airbnb needs to pitch? No. They actually came out with a model that allowed people to go online, pick a house, and stay at a competitive rate is what a hotel would charge and have all the amenities of a home. It didn't require a pitch. As what you're seeing tonight, it don't require a pitch. I'm not knocking any companies, but if this was the next Me Too coffee, the next Me Too tea, the next Me Too skincare, the next Me Too CBD oil, the next Me Too whatever, you are going to pitch. Because you got lots of competition, and you got to explain to the whole world why yours is better than everybody else's. And see, that's what people are used to. So we're going to explain to you tonight an opportunity and a career opportunity without the pitch. And that's amazing, because when you can share something and it ain't got to be pitched, and people just get it, they like it, you're onto something magical. And that's what we had. Next slide. There's two ways to play: customer or nutritionist. Quite simply, the difference, $39.95 for the year. Customers just simply buy a kit and swap it. Send it in, go on the product. And in fact, as a customer, you can refer 4 people and get your product for free. There's no membership fee. You actually have your own website. When you refer people, they can join right to your link. Once you have 4, your product is free. As a nutritionist, you're playing in the compensation plan. You're part of the commission structure. You're part of the incentives. $39.95 for the year. You get 2 websites. One's for business, one's for customers. You get to participate in all the compensation plan. You obviously are on the product as well. Next slide. There are 5 ways to earn money in Uforia without getting into a crazy deep end. Just to highlight with you what they are. First start bonus. That's when you bring on a new member. That could be members, could be customers, could be nutritionists. You basically bring on new people as a new enrollment into your business. That's paid weekly. The next 3 items are paid monthly. That's the Ufortune Pool, which is a global commissionable volume from everything the company actually does. And we have a residual bonus that's paid monthly, and that's off of your genealogy or your placement tree. We're a unilevel model, by the way. And then number 4, monthly is a discounts and dividend program. Our discounts and dividends are how we earn a discount on our product and a dividend from people that we personally enrolled. And that can basically offset our product. So our product could be offset and be free as well. And on top of that, we actually earn profits over top of the free. So I say this, it's a great product. I could beta test this product back from 2008 to 2015 with about 40,000 people that were on it. So I personally absolutely love the product, but I love it even more if it's free. You know, if it's free, it just maybe work a little bit better. I don't know. but it's a little bit better when you get yours for free. So you can actually enjoy that as well. And then we have a revenue share in the Rainmaker pool. Rainmaker is the top level in our compensation plan. For those watching right now tonight, don't worry, we're only 5 weeks alive right now. We just had our first full month in January. Right now it's the 6th of February. So we're only five weeks in. Somebody asked me today, what's your residual looking like right now? I laughed. I said, how can anybody possibly answer that question? It's only the 5th week. I don't think anybody really knows what their residual is because everybody's just starting right now. So that revenue share for the Rainmakers, once you reach the top level in the compensation plan, is a global CV from the entire company. And depending on how many people are at the Rainmaker level and how much money the company has in its global CV from that particular month is going to depend on the value of those shares. But I can tell you one thing, that'll probably be an exciting number for people that are at the Rainmaker position, and that'll be paid on a quarterly basis. So it'll be a quarterly bonus. Next slide. And a little highlight about our compensation plan. These show you the different ranks, shows you what you have to do, and it shows you how you get paid. Whether you're getting paid 5% on 2 levels, whether you're getting paid 3 levels, 8, and 7%, whether you're getting paid 3 generations deep once you hit influencer. And influencer is really, because this other stuff is so easy to hit, it'll make your head spin. Like, for example, builder, bring in 1 person. Oh, okay, bring in 1 person. Producer, bring in 2 people. You're a producer. So influencer is the first rank of really starting to really build a nice size organization. That's 3 legs. That's 3 people that you personally enrolled with an active member in each. And then you get paid on commissionable volumes down through 7 levels and then 3 generations from there. And then you just work your way on up from that point. So you can go to our resource page. If you're watching tonight, you want to take a closer look at this, we're free to get on a phone call with you to kind of dot the I's on this, or if you need some extra time to go over this, but we have an amazing compensation model. Next slide. What's inside the UStart kit? The UStart kit has your first month of pre-trition, which is your first month of base formula to get started. And that's going to be a mild cleanse and the base formula. You're going to get 2 swab brushes inside here. You're going to get a black envelope for your samples, and you're going to get a return envelope prepaid, a prepaid return envelope. And you're going to get a $100 discount code, a $100 discount coupon inside this kit. The DNA test is usually $199. Right now, they're running a special. It's kind of like a friends and family. Every single one of us, including myself, my friends, my family, yourself, your friends, and your family, can take advantage of $100 off of the DNA test. They can use that coupon immediately, register it, and then only pay $99 for their DNA test. So your DNA test is one and done, one time, and right now it's only $99 because of that coupon. Next slide. The packs. If you're coming into business and you're going to be a nutritionist, you can buy yourself a package and get the packages for a discount. So you have to decide how you want to start. If you know you're swabbing, which if you're joining the business, you're going to swab, and then you know your own, I don't know, your wife, your husband, your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, whoever it is also probably going to swab. You'd probably like to get them a discount on the kits if you could, and you can. If you buy a 3-pack, you get 15% off. If you buy a 5-pack, you get 20% off. If you buy a 10-pack, you get 25% off. So what does that mean? I'll just show you what I did. I got a 10-pack. That means I can take a kit, and my kit cost me 120 bucks. I can let my family use one, and it's only 120 bucks. When I take them and I'm going to sell one to a customer, when I'm sitting in front of the customer and I have a kit, they can either go to the website and order one. They're $159, and it's like 15 bucks to ship it. It takes them 2 or 3 days to get it. Or I tell them, guess what? I got one right here. You can swab right now. And because I bought a bundle, I saved a few bucks, so I can save you $5. Your shipping's only going to be 10, and you're going to get express delivery. It's here. It's right now. Voila. You know. So $169, I can sell each kit at $169. So needless to say, you can do the math. 1,700 bucks. I spent 12, so I have an initial profit of $500 in my pocket. I'm going to go reinvest and buy myself another 10-pack, and then I'm going to do the same thing. So these are customer acquisition packages. These are not just a one-time thing. You know, it's a one-time thing. But you get in where you fit in. Don't wait for a month until you come up with 1,200 bucks because you want to get a 10-pack. Join with a 3-pack if you got to. Join with a 5-pack if you can. You know, get in where you fit in. We're not here to sit here and try to convince people to get a bigger pack. I'm just telling you the incentive or the reason why people do so. Okay? Then at the very bottom, you'll see the discounts and dividends. So when you see the D&D 2, the D&D 3, the D&D 4, the bigger pack, it just pays you a little bit more money in that discount and dividend. That's what it boils down to. So on the 10-pack, you can earn up to a $20 bill. So next slide. Rev share in the Rainmaker bonus pool, we kind of touched on that. That's 1% of the company's global CV from recurring orders, and that's paid out on a quarterly basis. So guys, I want to, if we could, I want to bring up, we've got a couple people on the call tonight. I'd love for you to hear from a few of them. They don't even know that I'm actually going to ask them if they would just chime in for us and bless us with just a few words of, you know, when they got started. They've heard a lot of stuff out here in the marketplace. They're offered a lot of different things. They see a lot of different companies. They see a lot of different products. They decided to hang their hat here. They decided they're busy. Some of these people have businesses. They have jobs. They have careers. They have families. They have obligations. They're busy just like everybody else. But they decided that they wanted to be part of this. They decided that they didn't want this to pass them by. They decided that right now was the right time not to wait. All these people that are actually in our company right now made those decisions. I want you to hear from some of those. If I could, I'd like for you, Robert, Love Ford, Mr. John Burgess. He's on. I see his name on there. Love to unblock John for a minute. If we could just get him on and have him share with us and guests why Uforia, and you know, tell us a little bit about you, John. So I'd like to turn it over to you, bud, and the floor is yours. Next couple minutes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hi, Rob. Thanks so much for having me on the call. I'm a nurse by trade. I've been a nurse for about 20 years. And when I first saw this, it just kind of made sense to me. I've been big into nutrition for a while and taking supplements. And as you pointed out, the cost of supplements can get quite expensive. I used to have a 4-slot pill box completely full of supplements that I took every day for years upon years upon years. And as you mentioned, it was blind nutrition. I didn't know what my body needed. I didn't know if I was getting enough or getting too much. So basically, I was either wasting money or putting too much stuff that I shouldn't have in my body. So when I saw this, it just made perfect sense. I've been in a couple of network marketing companies in the past, and have never had anything that I've been this excited about or this passionate about, just because I know what it can do for me and I know what it can do for others. So I'm just blessed to be part of this organization, to be part of a group of wonderful people such as yourselves, and I'm just ecstatic to be part of the group. And I'll turn it back over to you.
We're ecstatic. We're more ecstatic. We're ecstatic that you joined. We're ecstatic to be working with you, and thank you so much for sharing with us tonight. When John says, I'm excited. I'm excited. I've been involved in other deals before, but I'm excited. I have news for you. If you're watching this from afar and you're just hearing it, people hear your music. They won't remember the words. They just hear the music. They can tell. You call somebody, people can tell. Like, imagine if you just won the lottery and you called up your friend and you're like, oh, you're not gonna. They hear the music. They don't know what's wrong, but they know you're excited. They hear the music. And when people are coming into this company right now, when people are swabbing themselves, when people are getting their product in, and when people are getting their own personal experience, they're sharing the music. That's what's building this business. That's what brings in the next customer. That's what creates the curiosity of the next nutritionist. So thanks so much for sharing. I want to bring up somebody that actually has been a top money earner, and he has been a top money earner for several years in a network marketing company, but he's been in various network marketing companies, seen a lot of products out there. If you looked at Phil always says to the seat, I can say that now because Phil gave me the blessing to actually say that. If you looked at him and you just judged a book by the cover, you may not peg him as a network marketer. If you just surfacely took a glance at Phil, and you might not think he's a network marketer, but he is a very good one, very good business builder, very committed to what we have, loves what we actually have, and I want to bring him up. So, Rob, if we can unlock out of Grand Junction, Colorado, to share with you as a guest on tonight's call a little bit about him and a little bit about Uforia, none other, Mr. Phil Frank.
Hey, Rob, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let me create a dream for you. When I got involved in network marketing, I've been doing it about 18 years. But I actually used to do heating, cooling, refrigeration, kitchen repair. And one night, my boss pulled me aside. We were after work, and we were walking his dogs. And he said, Phil, he said, I love your work. You do a great job and all. He said, but we really you need to keep your mouth shut about these entrepreneurial things you're doing. And, keep away, quit telling people about all this stuff that you're doing, or do what your heart's telling you to do. Do the network marketing thing. I know you'd make it. And I looked at Alan and I said, well, you know what, Alan, I guess if you put it that way, I quit. I went home and told my wife that I quit my job. It wasn't a pretty scene. She was pretty upset with me. But, not too long later, about 2 months, a company came along. And, I always tell people, when you get involved in a company, if you treat it like a hobby, you're going to make money. You're going to put money into it like a hobby. If you treat it like a part-time job, you're going to make a part-time income. But if you treat it like a full-time job, you're going to make more than you ever dreamed. Well, at that time, I was living in a 1964 two-bedroom tiny little trailer with my wife and my kids, and we had 3 kids at the time, and pets, and the door that slid open, and if you wanted to step into my room, you had to step on my bed. And I was signing up in a company, and my wife walked in and she said, Phil, what do you think you're doing? In not so many words. And I said, well, I'm signing up in this company. And she said, Phil, we don't have the money to. I said, Roberta, we don't have the money not to. And, that was at the beginning of a trend. And that's where we're sitting right now. We're sitting at the beginning of this DNA trend. And there's a famous professor, Charles King, and he says, when you get into something at the beginning of a trend, you know, that's the place where an average person has an above average chance to make a fortune. You get in at the middle or the end of a trend, and you have to work hard, and you have to know a lot, and you have to be educated on what it is that you're doing and why. Well, right now we're at the beginning of that next trend. I mean, the whole Christmas season, you know, every time I turn on the TV, it's 23andMe and Ancestry.com and the Grinch. And, you know, I mean, capitalize on it, you know, and for myself, you know, most of you guys know I'm doing what they call a 90-day blitz. You guys need to get in your back office. If you haven't checked out Eric Worre's stuff back there, start going through those videos that are back there. It teaches you how to become a professional network marketer. You know, so I'm in the middle of a 90-day blitz, and I'm doing 100 dials a day. Every day I am calling 100 cold call people I've never met before in my life. But, you know, I just share a little bit of information with them, get them on the calls, get them on the webinars, you know, and I know that this is going to be 10 times what my other company was. And so, you know, you get out of it what you put into it. You guys see me. I mean, how many people out there would actually walk up to me and sponsor me? You know, I'm a biker. I've got long hair. You know, most of the time people are intimidated, but you never know who that person knows. I mean, I saw a video on Facebook that just blew me away. This guy that kind of looked like a bum, you know, bumped into this guy that's got a suit on. And this guy on the suit, he's just throwing a fit at this guy. He walks over and gets in his little tiny car, and the bum-looking guy walks over and gets in a Lamborghini. All right? So don't ever judge a book by its cover. And always talk to everybody you know and anybody you meet, because you never know who that person knows, and you never know, you know, maybe that person's just humble. And he may have all the money in the world, but if you don't walk up and talk to him, or if you don't reach out, you'll never find out. So, like I said, you get out of it what you put into it. And, you know, when you get into a company like this, you know, do that 90-day blitz. Get in there and just do what you can. Introduce everyone that you can. Get a list of network marketers. You know, go sponsor network marketers. Don't make that phone so heavy, because it's not. All you got to do is get out there and, hey, you know what? Better way to look at not getting a yes is focus on how many, you know, make a goal. Can you get 100 no's in a day? Okay, that's your goal. I guarantee you before you get to that 100th person, you're going to get somebody that says yes. And so now you got to start all over again, guys. So there's my little words of wisdom. You know, I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't network marketing. It's changed my life, and I absolutely love to help people. I love to help people with their finances. And the best part about product network marketing is you get to hear people's stories. You get to hear that testimony that changed someone's life. So that's my little blurb for tonight. Oh.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Rob, for getting that. Appreciate you, buddy. Phil is, like I said, you know, he's the guy you prejudged him. You wouldn't have recruited him or sponsored him, but he's a machine. He's like the Terminator. There's not too many people who will pick up the phone and call 100 people cold calling a day. Most of us people have jobs, careers, other things going on, and they may share it just with one person a day and hit 30 people over the course of a month. So what Phil does in a day, somebody else may do in 3 months, you know. So, but anyway, hats off to Phil. I think I'd love to get her on if this is Go Shelly. Go Shelly. Go Shelly. I see a Shelly with a smile right there. And can we just confirm if that's Shelly Fauner? Can you unlock the Shelly and just see if that's Shelly Fauner? Is that Shelly Fauner?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. Okay, so hang on. I just want to confirm that was you. All right.
It is not Go Shelly.
For the guests on the call tonight, this is the first time I asked Shelly to actually speak or just say something. But I want to tell you something. I had a privilege of meeting Shelly about a year ago in a real estate investment group. Those of you that know me, I've been in investment real estate for quite a while, 30 years. And I met Shelly there. Powerhouse, single mom, and she can share with you a little bit about her story, but she's an entrepreneur. I think she's seen the upsides and downsides of being an entrepreneur. She's had jobs. She knows it's worth the fight. She's busy. She owns quite a bit of real estate, to have a plate full, quite a bit of real estate. And I shared this with her, just as a friend that I met. And I shared this with her, and she saw it. And she didn't see it like, well, I'm going to wait a while. We're going to think about it. I'm going to get back. Like, she saw it, just like many entrepreneurs do. No matter how busy they are, they're busy, but they're not stupid. So Shelly, she saw it. She got excited about it. She went to the Vegas event. She's out of Indiana. And so I want her to share with you a little bit about why she's even doing it, with her plate as full as it is, and with all the excuses that she could possibly give, that she's actually carving out time to be part of Uforia. And so welcome to the call, and I'm blessed to know her. And I said, when I first saw this, I just had to share it with her, because I see a diamond. I see, gold in Shelly. So anyway, welcome to the call, Shell.
Well, thank you, Rob. And I actually am not positive I have a great signal. Can you hear me okay for real, or am I cutting in and out?
No, you're real good.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you for putting me on the spot, I think. Anyway, I'm busy, but so is everybody else. So we can either get busy taking action, or we can get busy with excuses. And when you shared this with me, it just kind of resonated. Number one, customized nutrition based on my DNA. Like, what? Like, that was just like an eye-opener for me. And I thought, wow, I don't have to guess. And I've not been a person that goes out and buys all these vitamins, by the way. But I've always been concerned and wanted to do what was right. But like so many other people, what would that be? And when I heard this, I thought, gosh, this is kind of a no-brainer, really. And then when I realized, and I kind of got the vision of being able to help other people, that really resonated with me even more so. And my passion and my heart is for other women that are trying to figure it out. Life interferes, and I just wanted a vehicle to be able to empower other women with. And this resonates with me. And so that's what I want to do. I want to take this to 500 women and then 5,000 women. And I want to show them how they can, number one, better their health, because we all know without that, we don't have much else. And number two, I want them to be able to have a vehicle that they can work around their own schedule, work around their own life, and figure out how to bring some extra money into the household. So that's kind of a no-brainer. Those two things for me hit home. And I've just loved learning and the atmosphere. I'm not a network marketer by trade. I'm an investor, an entrepreneur. I'm always looking for something, but I do want multiple streams of income. And I do want to share this with other people. So those things just kind of hit home, and I'm learning from you and learning from everybody else how to go out and share it with the world, and just tell people what is out there and what is available. And that's what's exciting to me about all this.
Nice. Thanks so much for sharing that. Thanks for being on. And now, before we wrap out, I had Randy and Sharon. They actually did one of our calls, and you're going to be seeing them on a regular basis because we had great feedback. They're actually going to be presenters every single week on calls for you. but I love, they're just a great couple. When I first met them the first time, just got to spend a little bit of time chatting and learning a little bit about them. But very, very solid couple, entrepreneurs, just like everybody else. They're busy. They could have had every excuse in the world why they couldn't have did this, but actually carved out the time with everything else they have on their plate and said, right now is the time, and both of them. And when you do this business and you do it yourself, that's great. You can do this business, and you can do this business as a couple. That's magical. And there's not too many people that can do that. And there are people, and I know several, but they're the minority. They're the few. They're the select few. But the ones that you meet out there that do it together, they support each other in it. It's, they're doing it together. It's magical. And so we are delighted to have them. I'd like to welcome them to the call. So Rob, if you could unlock, or if they could unmute themselves. Randy and Sharon, if you're there, love to have you guys. Come on.
Hello. Can you hear us?
We can hear you.
Yeah. Hey, Randy. You want
Hi, Rob. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Well, just came back from a full day of work, so I would love to just have Uforia as my job only. So I'll just speak first. Uforia, I'm telling you, it's my 100% passion because I'm in the health and wellness field. I'm a personal trainer. I was a dental hygienist for 30 years. I just actually spoke to a client today that's battling high blood pressure and cholesterol and diabetes, and I got her off metformin, and I said, I'm sorry, but this right here, Uforia, this supplement is for you 100%. Nutrition is so important to our health. And, I'm all about moving, but I hate to say this, but 80% is nutrition and 20% is moving. So this is so up my alley. And to get all my clients on Uforia just fits in my life 100%. So Randy, you can chime in.
I got nothing after that. Come on. We're Sharon and I are all about body, mind, and spirit. And I've always believed in supplementing our efforts in business and not necessarily always having our eggs in one basket. And I'm very proud to say that in a part-time capacity over the course of time and years, we've made lots and lots of money in this type of business model. But this hybrid comp plan in this business gave me some special fever. There's just something about it that's so unique that I think the time, energy, and effort relative to the compensation that we can make in this is just far, far superior to anything that we've really engaged with.
Yeah.
And so that said, Sharon and I are making plans and strategizing now to truly turn full time. I own a limousine company right now. I've been around the transportation medium forever. It seems like I owned a trucking company before my limousine company, but it was kind of out of the fire into the frying pan. I had tremendous overhead. I have maintenance every month. I have people issues. It was just, it's a grind, and the limousine industry has been rewarding, but you just commented on it tonight, Rob. I mean, there's going to be a day where the cars pull up and there's not going to be a dry run. It's just going to be the car picking you up, right? So why do I want to knock my brains out in a future building something that Uber is really in attack mode to all the taxi companies and the limousine companies of the world? And but beyond that, this company is so fulfilling. It is giving people, a better lifestyle in health and wellness. Sharon, her being a personal trainer, it's just right down her alley, and so it brings us together closer as a couple. So we're picking not hours, but days now that we can be full-time on the day. And the time that we are engaged in the day, we're going to be 150% all in to ultimately be full-time, both of us. So we just couldn't be more excited about the leadership. Rob, we love you to death. John McKillop brought us into the network. We're forever grateful. Ron Williams, you're an absolute amazing person. And Terry LaCour, I'm just so grateful for this opportunity, all the way across the board.
Yeah, the culture, you can't beat it. You just can't beat the culture.
Beyond reproach.
Yeah, everybody's so sweet and nice.
So how many more hours you want, Rob? We can go for a while.
Hey, we love you guys. We love you guys back, and it's this is the time where we're putting together the foundation. You know, you're putting together, you know, the foundation of the company, and people that we're bringing in right now are helping to set that tone, set that culture, set the pace, lead by example. So we love you back. Very fortunate.
Hey, just one quick point. We're going to have some more in-home parties, and we have this Apple TV now. I'm projecting from my smartphone up to the flat screen up on the wall. So we got you in live living color up front here, you know. Oh. And so I encourage everybody to go high tech, man, and just kill it. Just have fun.
That's awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. This you know, we're at the 6th. This is a short month. Hey, listen, clients just said, you know, they're positioning when they're going to transition in here. You know, they want to come in full time and be knocking this out of the park. I know there's other people on this call right now. A friend of mine in Las Vegas, I think I just seen his name on the screen, Dave Renyak, you know, Shelly over there, many of you guys. And if you want to make a commitment this month, this should be the month that you strive for influencer. This should be the month that you should strive to put influencer in your belt. That notch should go in your belt. It becomes your story forever. And I want you to think about how powerful that is when that's your story forever. When it's 3 months from now and you're building your team and you're doing your 3-way calls to your downline, people ask, they want to know, how long did it take for you to bring in your first 2 people? How long did it take for you to break influencer? Well, I did it in my first 60 days. I did it in my first 30 days. I did it in my first 90 days. Like, you want to have that story. So it's not hard to hit influencer. It can be done. You have to decide, you want that story to be, well, we were in the business for around the 10th month, and then we hit influencer. Now, if you hit influencer 10 months from now, people are going to do it, fantastic. But if you're looking to build your story, and your story will be your story forever, we live in a monkey see, monkey do world. So just realize how many people will do what you do, not what you say. They just do what you do. When people ask me, what kind of package did you join with? What do you think? I bought 1 kit? No, I got a 10-pack. Okay, well, that's what a lot of them wound up doing. You know, how long did it take you to hit influencer? First few weeks. It didn't even take me the whole month. As a matter of fact, I was in striking distance of that generator. That very next one, I was within striking distance by the end of the month, but I didn't quite hit it yet. People want to do what you do. So you set that pace. You will set it, no one else. So I challenge you. I invite you. I encourage you. Take that commitment. Take that position. Take that mindset. Be that story. Be that Somebody has to do it. Who's it going to be? Who's setting the pace in your organization? Most likely you. The speed of the leaders, the speed of the team. Don't wait till March to hit influencer. Don't wait till April or May. Don't find yourself in June, July, or August. I invite you, I encourage you, I will help you hit your influencer rank right here, right now, this month in February. I don't care how many calls I got to do. I don't care how many times we got to get on the Zoom. I don't care what we got to do. Own it. It's yours. It's there for the taking. It's got your name on it. Influencer. Every one of you are influencers. You're on this call. You're set aside from the masses because you're on this call right now. You're in the business. This business is in your brain. It's in your head while you're at your full-time job. You're thinking about Uforia. While you're doing your other things, you're thinking about this business. That makes you different. That makes you unique. Own it. It's sitting there. Then we're going to the next step, and then we're going to the next step, and we are going to Rainmaker. Together, we're actually going. It's not like I got a big, huge jump in front of you. We're only in the 5th week right now. You know, so I want to take you with me. I want to bring you right along. Let's march side by side. Let's lock arms. Let's hold hands, and let's cross the finish line together. It's a lot funner to do it together than it is to do it just all by yourself. So guys, if you were watching in, if you have any questions, get back to the person who invited you tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your story, taking your time, and just being part. Because sometimes what they say is, sometimes you needed the meeting, sometimes you needed the event, but sometimes the event needed you. And we're at the point right now in our build where the business needed you. And I appreciate you. Thank you guys, and good night.